Hey everyone, Egman here with not one, but two deck profiles. That's right. We haven't killed Krillin in a whole week, so we gotta, come back with twice as much killing Krillin power as usual. Before we start this episode, a couple of quick things. So one, I'm still giveaway for 1,000 subscribers is on Friday. So check maybe I'll have an annotation in the top thing corner there. There will definitely be a link in the description though. On the video and how to get signed up for that. So there's that, and also this other deck is provided to me by Derek Klaren. He approached me that he really liked this archetype, and he's like no one else is playing it, so he sent me his version with Shenron. So this is his version. I'm going to go over it and maybe suggest a tweak or two, but in general I think his deck is really good as well. So but let's start off with my probably the more jank build here. So it's first you can use either Porunga or Shenron for this one. I just chose Porunga just to mix it up, but Dragon Ball is the exact same on the front side. Can attack, permanent, and then also active main. Switch this card to rest mode, choose up to 2 Dragon Balls from your deck or drop area, shuffle any areas you look through, and then you can wish when there are 7 Dragon Balls by flipping this over and grabbing a desire card from your drop area. And then Porunga, this card can attack, and then you can choose one. You can draw a card, you can activate a desire for free as long as it's less than or equal to your current energy, or you could remove all 7 Dragon Balls. If you do so, you choose one battle card with an energy cost equal or less to the current energy from your drop area, and play it and flip this card at the end of the turn. So it's pretty much just a free cardless version of World Peace, which is kind of lackluster, but being able to depend on a World Peace effect without having to actually run it and draw it is really nice. And that's kind of what Porunga is a little bit better for. It's really fringe. Shenron's usually better, I would say, for 9 out of 10 archetypes, but I think Porunga makes sense for this one, and if not, then I think Shenron also is really good, because Shenron can let you finish, but Porunga will let you, get to, really wall up and get to your defense if you're facing against aggro. So we're going to start with 7 Dragon Balls, pretty obvious there. We're going to run 4 Power Burst just as our free negate. We don't really have room for any 1-drops. If we did, that'd be great, but we don't, so we have 4 Power Burst. We're running 2 Dragon Radars, really good for helping Self-Awaken, but also good for helping recycle our Child's Wish, which we'll also be doing with Spirited Search Trunks, so there's that. We were running 3 Child's Wish. This is really good for getting back either a Spirited Search Super Saiyan Trunks, or also you can also get Intensifying Power Trunks or Everybody's Pal Yamcha. Not super necessary, but it has some recursion that I'll go through later. It can also get Temporal Rescue Trunks, which is their super combo, Sparking 5, really easy to get off, so good for that. And then we've got Spirited Search Super Saiyan Trunks. When your life is at 4 or less, choose 1 green or black desire card from your drop area and add to your hand. This is an active main with turn. And also, auto, when you play this card, if your life is 5 or more, choose up to 2 Dragon Balls from your deck and place them in the drop area, then shuffle your deck. So really good for Self-Awakening if we need that, and pretty much if you draw him, it's really hard to not awaken on turn 2 if you can play him, right? Because you can do your leader effect twice, so that's 4 Dragon Balls. You can use Spirited Search Super Saiyan Trunks effect once, so that's 6. And so unless you just didn't see 1 Dragon Ball at all in 2 turns, then really good there. So you've got that. And then we're also running the Let's Kill Krillin package, obviously. We're only running 2 of the blocker one, just because I feel like the Persistent Assault one's a little bit more important. But we're still running a 2 and 4 split. If you like Fledgling Duo more, do that. But have at least 6 Krillin, I think, is really important. This one's also good because even though it's blocker, it is when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Where Persistent Assault, it has barrier and it draws a card, and it has the Deadly Defender. If your leader card is green or black and this card's in rest mode, your opponent can attack leader cards. That's really good. And then also 4 Final Showdown Son Goku. So this, once again, this procs when Krillins are killed, and so when a Krillin with an energy cost of 4 or more in your battle area is KO'd by your opponent, if your leader card is green or black, play this card from your hand. You can't play another one for the duration of the turn. And when you play this card from your hand, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it, which is a huge effect. So really good there. And then we've got the reg package. So we've got 4 intensifying power trunks. This is more, we're not really using it for pressure. It's really to get into chain attacks, but it also is a nice card for applying pressure anyways. And it's red, and it's critical pressure, so that's good. We're running 4 Everyone's Pal Yamcha. This is probably like the weakest card in the deck, but he just gets a lot of good value. Most of our cards are Earthlings. The only cards that aren't are these 2 Gokus and our extra cards, but essentially our extra cards shouldn't be in our deck, and these are exceptions. So just like a draw 1 that's red that was powerful, so I chose that. If you have any other ideas, go for it. I'd say it has to be red, just for our like balancing energy purposes, but there's that. And then also we've got chain attack trunks, and this is like I guess the cheese of the whole deck. This deck is super cheesy if you haven't already seen, but he can evolve on top of the 1-drop or the 2-drop. Wow, what crazy madness! Evolving a green card with a red card. Who's heard of this? And then you can use this to get out a Krillin for free on turn 3. What madness is this once again? So that's the whole cheese of the deck. But it's actually sort of consistent, and since we can get Super Saiyan Trunks out for free with Child's Wish, you can get him out. You get Child's Wish, and then with Child's Wish, and then you can evolve with 2 red. With that's how you can do it. You can play him for free, and then have 2 red energy, and then use chain attack. So there is that. It's a little cheesy, and then lastly, 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku, just because it's red and it has some combo potential. If you don't like this card, you can choose something else. But I just put him in for just defense purposes. So yeah, this deck. It is really weird and awkward at times, but I think it's also has a lot of merit, and it can actually get out the combo pretty consistently. It's just a weird kind of fun deck. But so if you're trying to mess around with decks, I definitely would try to give this out and try to see how it works. It's just super awkward. So and then we've got Derek's deck. So he's got a lot of he's got about half the same cards, but he's running Dragon Ball. The biggest change with Dragon Ball is his 3rd wish is he gives something triple attack, which is really, really powerful, but especially when we're running things with like critical, right, like surprise attack Frieza, since it has critical and then you have triple attack, if they can't stop one of the attacks, like they're done because they can't combo anymore, right? And all the cards that they're taking damage for are going straight to the drop area too, so... but let's start with, we kind of already know most of these cards. Let's start with Shenron first. Shenron is Sparking 5, draw 1 card and choose 1, so you can choose up to 2 of your energy and untap them, which is really good. You can choose 1 battle card with energy cost 2 or less from your drop area and play it, or you could also choose your leader or one of your battle cards against plus 5k power and critical for duration of the turn. So untapping 2 is really good, especially since we're Shenron, so it's really hard for us to get the untap 2, but also being able to get a free 2-drop, such as Fledging Duos and Gohan out, which would also make our Krillins a lot cheaper, so that's some synergy there. And then we're also running 3 World Peace, so this is essentially Paranga's ultimate ability, but on a Desire card, so this is really good for getting out Krillins, but also getting out Shenrons and stuff. Goku only procs when you play this card from your hand, but if you do want to get him out and then EX evolve into these 2 bad guys, you can do that too with World Peace, so not too bad. Bulma is just a super combo for Shenrons with 5 or less life, so she's good for that, and she's green, so that's good. 2 of each of the Krillins. Fletching Duos and Gohan reduce the energy cost of Krillin cards in your hand by 1, so just helps ramp out getting Krillin. And then also Surprise Attack Frieza, critical, auto, activate the skill when your opponent's battle card is KO'd. Surprise Attack Frieza is not in play in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand. So this is really good at gaining advantage. Just playing it for free is nice, and then it has critical. The only awkward thing is it's a 10k combo, so you can't really, it can be dead in your hand a lot of the time, but your opponent's battle cards are going to get KO'd eventually, so having that is really nice. We already know about Final Showdown Son Goku, but also he added 2 of the EX Evolve, so there's this one. It's pretty much just a free EX Evolve. It gets barrier, and then also switches to active mode at the end of your turn, so that's nice defense there. Makes it so it's not just out there. And then also there's Finishing Spirit Bomb Son Goku, EX Evolve for 1 green, and you have to play 1 green card from your hand. Or just 1 card from your hand, it doesn't have to be green. And it has double strike as well, but also when this card is attacked, choose up to 3 of your battle cards in your drop area and combo with them. So just being able to give it like a bunch of these 10Ks is great. If you have your super combos, you can play super combos with them as well. Essentially, if your opponent can't stop one attack, and especially if you give it with Shenron, you just were able to win the game. So that's what this is for. So in general, I think this looks really solid. My only complaint about this deck is that it doesn't really have a turn 1 play. And so because of that, I would say I would take out both of these 2 guys, and maybe like a fledgling duos and Krillin. I'd say Krinoa would be great. Kami and Dende. Just choose 2 of these that you go like 2 and 2 or 4 in one of them, and just I'd put those in just because it also has power burst synergy. And yeah, once again, we're not really doing anything turn 1. Your turn 1 play is just to search Dragon Balls and leave an energy untapped, which can be kind of dangerous. So I would recommend that. So yeah, probably something like, let's see, Indomitable and Finishing Spirit. Let's get rid of the Child's Wish isn't really doing anything, right? What can it get out? It can get out Gohan, really. That's I guess that's okay for turn 3, because you can play Krillin for free on turn 3. That's alright. We're gonna get rid of 1 Child's Wish. And a Fletching Duos and Krillin. And we're going to add, let's say 2 Krinoa and 2 Kami. Boom. Or not Kami. Let's do Dende. Boom. There you go. So now you got some stuff you can get back with Power Burst, but also just you got some stuff you can do on turn 1, which the deck previously didn't have. I think having 2 Child Wish is fine, especially when we have 2 Dragon Radar. I think World Peace is the more important card, because you can get Krillins out for free, or even like your big old Gokus as well. So that's really important. And yeah, so those are like the minor changes, but in general, I think this deck is really powerful. Being able to play one of these Gokus, and then or one of these 2 Gokus really, and give them triple strike or triple attack with their double strike is really powerful. Especially since both of them will be a base of 30k power. This guy is going to be, like 30 or 60k. Like, this guy's really good. He just doesn't have barrier, so that's really powerful. And yeah, that's about it. So let me know what you guys think about both these decks. This one is definitely more cheese, but I think this deck has more of a more competitive promise for it. Derek says that he's been playing with it a lot, and he's seen a lot of success with it, which is great. And yeah, that's it from me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.